Yo, what's up everyone? This is Valoramous, and in today's DJ tutorial I want to discuss a method for organizing your crates and DJ songs for your upcoming DJ sets. And as you can see here, this is a setup that I have from a hotel room, so you can replicate this yourself. But without further ado, we're going to get into how I organize my crates within the Rekordbox DJ software. Okay, so this is Rekordbox DJ software. This is what the interface looks like. So when starting off organizing your crates within your Rekordbox DJ software, what you want to do is you want to have all your files on one folder on your computer's hard drive. And so what I do is I have this backed up tracks folder, and then I organize my tracks in here. Now this is one method. Another method is you could just have all tracks within this one folder right here, and then you could organize within Rekordbox DJ software. That is one way. But I like to be organized in both places. It could be redundant work, but it works for me, and I'm not going to change it just yet. A lot of this is a personal preference. You need to have an organization system, regardless, that works for you, where you can quickly find tracks. Now, you can search for tracks, but the issue is going to become apparent when you want to play a song and you don't exactly know what you want to play, but if you know the general genre or vibe or energy level, if you're organized with various crates and folders, then you won't necessarily need to know exactly which track you're going to play next, but you can go into this folder and then search for one in there, and then all of a sudden you'll get a bright idea on, oh, okay, I'm playing a Latin track and I want to play another Latin track. I'm in my Latin folder. It's in this time frame era. I need to be energetic, and then bam, you go into that folder of energetic Latin songs that are relatively recent, and then you find a track. So here is how I organize my tracks. This is a mixtapes folder, so what you can do is you can right click and then hit create new playlist. And so these are all my playlists. So I have a mixtape playlist. This is when I want to create a mixtape for a DJ radio show on mixcloud.com. I have gig playlist, I have acapellas, I have troll music, I have DJ drops. And then starting here with the 1950s, this is a playlist of my music from the 1950s, which isn't very deep, to be honest. But starting with the 50s, everything is in alphabetical order by genre. So I have a playlist for the 50s, a playlist for the 60s, a playlist for the 70s, a playlist for the 80s, a playlist for the 90s, etc. Now I'm about to create a playlist for the 00s or 2000s, because that decade is now its own distinct genre, in my opinion, in terms of just general top 40 pop, hip-hop, Latin music. And as the years go on, you only want to preserve the best tracks going forward. So I think you will consolidate more eras of music with much wider time frames as the years progress. And that's why I have these playlists right here organized by decades. So if there's a certain person from this particular generation that really likes music from that era, I know exactly how to find this music relatively quickly and then play a song from that era. Same thing with 70s and 80s and 90s. So then moving on, we go into Afro beats. I'm not very deep here, but this is just one example. I have bachata music, chill music, Christmas music, and these are just all general ideas. I have a clean private events music folder or playlist. Now, this is important. Well, this is important to note why I have this as its own separate playlist. It's not a genre of music per se, but I have found it's helped me to have certain types of playlists within your Rekordbox DJ software, which you can grab. These are more customized playlists. So you basically have genre playlists and or genres by era or by year, and then you have playlists that maybe match a certain vibe. So you have wedding music, you could have energetic EDM party music or fist bumping music, you could have music for a hookah lounge, and these are just all general ideas. So these are like more the customized playlist versus the genre specific playlist. Now moving forward, I have country folder, and then I have playlist by years. So this is what does that say, 1990 or 1960 to 1999. And then I have 2000, 2010, 2011 to 2017, 2018 to 2020, 2021 to 2029. So I'm probably going to consolidate these two playlists right here into like just a general 2010s playlist. And then this playlist right here, 2000, 2010, I'll just consolidate that to 2000 to 2009. So it's like an 00s country playlist, a 60s through 90s country playlist, a 2010s country playlist, and then a 2020s country playlist would probably be the way to handle this. EDM is another playlist that I have, or overall collection, and then various playlists, again, broken down by years. And as I move forward, I will review these specific genre and era playlist and delete the tracks that I do not generally play. Now, how do I know if I generally play a track or not? I look at this rating over here. The tracks that I grab to more frequently than others are going to have this kind of star rating. So the ones that I typically play from this era are Zombie Nation, Kerncraft, 400, Sweet Dreams. Those are the ones. So this Show Me Love I've sometimes played, so I'll mark that as 2-star. But this is just an example of tracks in this era and in this genre that you could highlight. The next category is 2000, 2007. I found that there was a shift in EDM music around 2008. The music was becoming a bit more upbeat and kind of electro dance, electro popish, and the EDM movement started to come into fruition in this era between 2008, 9, 10, and 11. That was kind of a turning point for EDM. And then you had the EDM explosion period, which I would say was the mainstream area between 2011 and 2014. Everyone remembers this era, and that's why I have a 2011 to 2014 EDM playlist, because it's from this era. But as you can see here, I have tracks with 4 and 5 stars because I find myself grabbing to these tracks. But again, I will casually go through this list or occasionally go through this list, and if I see a track that I generally do not play because it doesn't have a star label, then I will consider that track for removal. And then EDM from 2015 on, I have grouped by single years. Now I will consolidate this later, but right now these are all single years because I just tend to lean towards more EDM music, but this will be reviewed later. And then I have some language playlists of French and German, again by year as well. Halloween, hip hop. Hip hop is another big genre in terms of the widespread appeal, especially for open format gigs or just crossover tracks you can play. If you're playing like an EDM set per se, sometimes it helps to mix in with a hip hop or a pop track. But this is, again, generally broken down by decades. And then as we move into the 2010s or late 2010s, then it's broken down by single years: 2018, 2019, 2020, 21, 22, and 23. Well, 23 right here. Then we have house music, Latin music. I think you get the idea. I have a party mashups playlist. This is where I have all the very, very energetic tracks that are mashups, but they're also kind of party crossover. So I can reach to this folder as like a vibe playlist. So you have the genre playlist, and then you have the more vibe playlist. And then I have rock, and then I have customized routines. This is when I was producing short Instagram reel size videos with DJ routines for TikTok and Instagram. I don't do them as much anymore now, but these have generally 3 to 4 songs per little 50-second routine. Russian, school, and theme songs. I have Serbian music, Turkish music, and then top 40. Top 40 is another big collection with broken down by year again. And then I have trance, which isn't very deep. I do not play a lot of trance. And then I have my own music down here. This has all of my own tracks. And what else is important to note here, and this is more of a topic for another video, but you have various columns where you can help label your tracks and organize. But I find that I like having a preview of the waveform so you can see the cue points, the track title, have the artist on, have the BPM, have the time, so you know kind of how long it is. You could remove that category, but I like to keep it on. The key is very important for mixing. And the nice thing about the Rekordbox DJ software updates is these green keys will let you know, or the green highlighted text boxes are going to let you know which tracks go well with the current track that's being played. So as you can see up here, I'm playing a track in the key of A to A and then also 9A. So keys of 9A, 8A, 8A, 9B, 8A, they're all going to register as a track that I could potentially play next. So this is a very, very great update from Rekordbox and from the Pioneer DJ brand, because this helps open format DJs especially attune themselves to what they should be playing next, because you have beat mixing, you have phrase mixing, and then you also have key mixing. And if you can do all three, then you're gonna have a very tight and sharp set. And that is all I have for this video. So if you have any other advice to add, please leave those in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.